Hey, welcome to Tablenauts, a completely different day.
Whoa.
Where I gathered Jash and Kenny and left Max again. And
Good.
we all decided to wear the exact same clothes.
I always wear this.
Same seat.
Always wear this.
Yeah, always be chilling.
We're going to talk about our final 8 games that made it through the first 2 rounds of the
Spooky game.
Spooky tournament.
We're going to start with a big time matchup. A 4-seeded Cthulhu Death May Die versus the 5-seeded Horrified. Both of these games I like for spooky games for completely different reasons. Both are co-op. I will say that. One gives me the feeling of camaraderie better, and one... Oh, that scared me a little bit. Emily opened up the door really creepily.
I'm coming to steal your dog.
So one gives me the feeling of maybe camaraderie and working together a little bit better, while the other one gives me the this power trip way more. I don't know. Where are you guys at with the differences of these 2 games?
I don't know, because there's so many good Lovecraft games, but I'm almost like, is Death May Die spooky enough? Because it's more like an action game.
That's true.
And a spooky game.
Yeah, because the scenario that I played, it was an alien invasion where you're tying dynamite to moose as they're being sucked up into a spaceship.
That was a very ridiculous one for sure, but I think that you're right.
But I also think Horrified isn't. It also is just kind of like in theme as well. It's just because it's not. It's just like the universal style monsters and all that. I don't know.
I really like it though, because having watched all of those old movies, the way you deal with each of them is very thematic, for their movie. I don't know. I love both these games a lot. This is a really tough pick for me. I have mine. I know what mine is. Yeah. Are we ready to vote, or we want to talk about it a little bit more?
Which one's which?
Death May Die, I will say 1. Horrified is 2.
Okay.
And if you don't know, we're gonna hold up our fists, and then we're gonna count down from 3, and then we're gonna vote.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm a little worried that you guys aren't gonna vote the same as me, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1. Oh wow!
You guys convinced me on Horrified and then voted the other one.
I still think Death May Die is the better game.
It's definitely a better game, but I thought Horrified might be the better spooky game.
I don't know. There's still some just creepiness about Haster, and the bosses having so much health and so much crazy things that can happen to you as you even are beating them. They reveal a new card, and it's they're gonna get to do that. What? Yeah. I think it's a very good spooky game.
Maybe if I played some more of the more Cthulhu-y scenarios and not the alien scenario with the black goat.
All right, next up we have our 8-seeded Zombicide Black Plague versus our number 1-seeded Nemesis. Yeah, one of these is full-on co-op, one of these is not. One has a D&D zombie theme and Left 4 Dead feeling.
Fantasy, yeah.
Fantasy theme, you know what I mean. And then the other one has an Alien the movie theme.
Zombicide, kind of like Death May Die, is also kind of leans just toward, it's just an action game with a horror theme on it. I think Nemesis...
Wait, you guys don't play Nemesis like an action game?
No, you never let me be the soldier. You pick it first every time.
Well, that's in the rule book, is that Josh or Doolin gets
to be the soldier. Yeah, I was like, oh, I get to be the soldier?
But I think Nemesis has earned its horror theme, just because I think it's really good at evoking fear, just because the game is just so tough. It can just be brutal at times, and yeah. And just the thematics of just walking around a spaceship, it feels like Alien, which I think is great. But
Zombicide Black Plague is 1. Nemesis is 2.
Okay.
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Nemesis by a mile.
It's Nemesis, man.
Nemesis moves on and is going to face Death May Die in the final 4. That's a tough one. Ooh, he turned into the Pillsbury Doughboy just then.
Yeah, a little more Tigger, but
Oh, yeah. Mansions of Madness versus Dead of Winter in the next Elite 8 match.
Yeah, both are very thematic, narrative driven. I think probably Mansions of Madness more so in terms of being a narrative game.
Yeah.
Dead of Winter, but I do think that hidden traitor social deduction element of Dead of Winter does lend itself to like a unique like Halloween-y thing too. So yeah.
This is tough for me because Dead of Winter I've not played in a long time, and Mansions of Madness I've only played once, and so like there's like this place of like nostalgia versus new that I'm in right now. I don't know. I still haven't decided where I'm voting.
I think I know which one I'm going to vote for.
Okay. All right. You're already ready? You don't seem happy about this at all. Like the last 2 or 3, you're like,
Because I don't like it once it gets hard. You know, when it's
fair.
easy, I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. But now I'm just like, I like both of these. You know, I mean, I haven't played one of these, but I'm locked in.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so Mansions of Madness. Josh has gotten vetoed twice now.
That's okay.
I'm surprised you didn't pick a Dead Winter, honestly.
I thought about it. It's tough. That one play of Mansions of Madness, and knowing what I also know about that, I haven't experienced all of it, and like there's a lot more that's really good. That first play was just really, really fun, and even that like hidden traitor role that I got at the end of Mansions of Madness gave me the feelings of Dead of Winter again. It's just one of those things where I think most of my love for Dead of Winter comes from nostalgia and it being an early thing. I want to play it again, and then maybe it'll rise again. But we'll see. All right. So far, we have Death May Die, Nemesis, and Mansions of Madness. And we have Final Girl versus Arkham Horror as the last Elite 8 match. And this is the 7 seed versus the 2 seed. So Final Girl is the underdog. Final Girl, solo game, yet again, with all kinds of themes. From your favorite type of movie, from The Thing, an Alien, to maybe some more basic ones like just typical slasher trope characters. And then Arkham Horror is once again that like heavily thematic co-op experience that you can get that is like mythos, kind of Mansions of Madness feeling, but maybe more broad because it's not just in one location.
Well, yeah, I think it's like couched in like a big campaign that you're gonna go through, with branching paths and like different ways the stories can take you, and with like the the customization you can make from building your own decks, and if that's something you're into, like there's so much depth into that. Like that can just be a game in itself, really. So and like you guys only had a small sampling of Arkham Horror, but like
Which is unfair to you.
Yeah, but it's like I really do think that the game has progressively gotten better, and I think there's some missteps here and there, but like there's so much of it now too. There's like so much experience of like it's something that like interests or excites you. So
this game's your number 1, right?
Like of all time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Final Girl 1, Arkham Horror 2.
I still haven't decided.
I'm locked in.
Follow your heart, Josh.
You don't want me to follow my heart.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
yeah.
Thank goodness. Okay. Finally, we have our first upset. So, we have our
He just leaves.
We have our 1, 3, 4, and 7 seed remaining. Are we ready?
I don't think we let Kenny properly react.
Are you okay? You want to grieve a little bit?
I'm dying on the inside. That's okay.
Yeah. You like Final Girl though, right?
It made it to the Elite 8 after only 1 play from us two. I mean, that's pretty good.
I think I should have forced you guys to play a full 7 campaign.
I mean,
I would have loved that. I mean, you wouldn't have been forcing me at all. I would have been in. Yeah.
Might be forcing Max, but
All right. So Death May Die versus Nemesis, the 4 seed versus the 1 seed. We have a fully cooperative action Cthulhu is it Caster or Haster? Haster. Oh my gosh. It's very thematic, very punchy, very exciting as you roll these dice. And then Nemesis, which gives you the opposite feelings, where you feel less powerful.
Yeah, it's aliens in a box.
People sitting around the table with you, could be against you. But even if they're with you, there's a point in the game where you're just like, I can leave? Peace out, I win. Like, I'm done. I've done my objective. Anyway, that is Nemesis versus Death May Die. Death May Die is a 1. Nemesis is a 2. Do we want to talk about this anymore? Or do you guys feel confident?
I don't know what else can be said.
I know mine.
I know mine.
All right.
Yeah.
And I feel confident that you guys are going to vote with me, but we'll see. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, unanimous. The 1 seed has made it to the final. And it's going to verse either the 3-seeded Mansions of Madness or the 7-seeded Final Girl. All right, Mansions of Madness.
Okay.
Another co-op. Kind of like Death May Die, but not like way more thematic, way more about the story, less punchy. You feel less strong as you go around and look for clues. And then again, against the solo-only game, Final Girl, which once again has very swingy moments, kind of like Death May Die, where it is about rolling dice, but at the same time, I think maybe leans into the spookiness even more so than Death May Die does. But what are you guys thinking? Do you guys have any thoughts on the games that you're about to vote for that you want to like
Plead a case.
plead your case?
What are you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
See, I was curious about your thoughts because that one play of Mansions of Madness was very high for you, but Final Girl is like your favorite solo game, right?
I am not going to answer that question because I will make a video about my top solo games of all time.
Spoilers.
And I don't want to answer that. But I will say, between the two, Final Girl has a better theme.
Well, it's because it's all of the themes.
Yeah, It honestly it hurts that we're like with Zombicide we're like you can only pick one, but like Final Girl we didn't do that. But like all of them like feel the same. Like I think choosing a season is fair. And if we only chose season 1, like the variety that the game has is just really nice. And I don't know. I'm playing all of these Cthulhu-y games and I'm starting to get tired of them.
He's like, you killed the best one. So
I will say, out of the 3 that made it to the Elite 8, Arkham Horror, Mansions of Madness, and Death May Die, I think I would vote for Mansions of Madness over all 3, or over the other 2.
Okay. Well. I think I know I'm gonna vote. So.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I'm the only one who pleaded the case.
This is tough. Like this is like a, but I know in my heart it hurts.
Okay. Cool. All right. 3. Oh wait, Mansions of Madness is 1. Final Girl's 2. 3, 2, 1.
yeah.
Wow.
I really almost voted for Mansions of Madness because like I don't know, like theming wise, I feel like having a haunted mansion game make it to the end like would have felt right. But season 1 of Final Girl also has a haunted mansion, so
Sure. All right. Now we've gotten to our final. We have Nemesis versus Final Girl, the 1-seeded Nemesis versus the 7-seeded Final Girl.
I find this matchup really interesting because Nemesis is like big version of a horror movie and Final Girl is like condensed version of a horror movie.
Yeah, they're kind of like polar opposites. Like Nemesis is just like this huge, just like sprawling game. It's just like it's like a mess on the table, and it's just a mess of just like rules and just like little interactions and stuff. I think about Final Girl's a bit more streamlined in a way. Yeah, because you can play in under an hour. Yeah, and there's like extra little bits you have to consider for each of the scenarios, but like at its core, it's like a much more like straightforward type of game.
I won't give away which one I'm voting for, but I will say that I think theming wise, both are 10s. Both are 10 out of 10s. I think that we picked 2 very spooky games. One is a very specific kind of spooky, with Alien, like the movie being a classic horror film, whereas Final Girl is like a conglomerate of a bunch of different.
Has an Alien the movie scenario
in season 2, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, that business in season 2 doesn't count.
Yeah. And so with that, I will probably, in my mind, go off of where they're ranked in my top 50. And I will tell you that they are very close to each other. So, anyway.
You just have it memorized?
I look at it a lot.
Dylan loves ranking things.
I love ranking things. At least twice a week, I have in my planner, Kenny, to go through my top 250.
I don't even have a planner.
And decide if, like, I start at 250, and I just say, okay, is 250 better than 249? No. Is 249 better than 248?
How long does this take? Twice a week?
I do it twice a week. I do like for like 15 minutes.
15 minutes to get through 250 games?
I just like
things probably might not move a lot.
Very quickly. They don't move a whole lot, but
What else do you rank?
movies, food,
Do you rank your family and friends?
No.
Do you like have 15 minutes blocked out twice a week to rank your friends like MySpace?
No, I don't. Anyway, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You guys were ready?
I've been ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So Nemesis 1, Final Girl 2, final rating of the tournament.
Yeah, I feel like I want to influence. I mean, I know what I want, but I want to influence you guys too much too, because I want you to follow your heart.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
follow my
locked.
heart.
We can talk after.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we will. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
All right. So I thought I was gonna lose.
What an upset.
Final Girl defeats Nemesis. Jash got outvoted like 4 or 5 times. I'm sorry, man.
I'll take number 2.
We need the Jash cut of this tournament where we find out what would have been number 1. But okay, so you voted Nemesis in the final one.
Yeah.
Why Nemesis?
So I think that like just the bigger aspect I feel like encompasses it better. Like especially like Final Girl, it has a bunch of things, but like there is an alien scenario, you know? So there is like a bunch of like little snapshots, but this is like the major. There are monsters that are coming to get you, and you don't know if the people that are with you are going to help you or going to hurt you, and there's so many little things that can go wrong that I just feel like it's very all-encompassing, and it's just a really good game.
Theming-wise, again, I said both of them are pretty much on par with each other. Final Girl, in my personal opinion, is a better game, just because of the heavy variety and heavy, I guess you can say, asymmetry. Where each game just feels extremely different than the other. I love that I can jump around, right? Just like I like with movies where I can jump around.
I do think the gameplay between the two is like a little bit similar to the point where it's a game where you're not always necessarily going to be doing good. So it's more about managing your failures and trying to like go through that instead of just being powerful like in Death May Die.
Well put.
I picked Final Girl mostly because like I recognize it as like a Halloween game. Like I'll play it year round, but as October is approaching, it's like, oh, I should break out Final Girl more. I kind of like may think like one thing I'm gonna do this month is kind of run through all the scenarios at least once, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, like I view Nemesis as more as like a game I'll play.
Yeah,
I don't really heavily associate with like Halloween. In terms of game, I think Final Girl is better too. Nemesis is just kind of like a hot mess. Like it's like a wonderful and fun hot mess. I'm happy to.
I love that mess though.
Me too.
But it's still just like rough around the edges in certain ways. But I still love it because it's just it delivers on its thematic themes and so well. But Final Girl, I think, is just like it delivers on its themes and it's pretty tight.
I'm not mad with Final Girl winning. I still love that game.
I think like Final Girl, it's probably like top 30, Nemesis top 50 somewhere. So yeah.
I have no clue where they'd be for me.
I really want to know y'all's ratings. We're gonna do it eventually. It's been over 2 years. That's sad.
And I played a lot of games this year.
Yeah. And I don't like going back and watching that video and being like, my opinion has changed so much. And people are gonna watch that video and be like, this is his top 10? One of these games doesn't even exist.
Bloodstone.
Well, that has been our Spooky Game Tournament 2023. The 7-seeded Final Girl has taken it. But next year, if we do this again, we'll see some new entries. I'm sure we'll play some new games between now and then, and new games will come out between now and then, and maybe things will change. And maybe even Max will be here, and maybe even Jash will be gone.
Probably.
But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, go check out our other horror/spooky month themed games. And also check out our podcast where we talk about our horror favorite movies. And also, did you guys talk about your favorite games? Yeah, awesome. Go check that out as well because it's probably pretty good.
All right, let's get out of here.
Bye.
What's a good sports analogy for what happened here?
Cinderella story.
Well, I mean, like...
That's not a sports analogy. That's a princess movie.
Yeah. No, I mean that's what they say though, right?
But I mean, like, is like Nemesis like BYU and Final Girl is BYU? I don't know sports.
BYU. Brigham Young University is both sides.
That one team was 40 teams?